The machine has no fear, has no hope, has no feelings. It works according to the pure logic of the probability. For this reason, I assert that the robot perceives more accurate than a human. Hey everyone, this is Aziz, and today I'm going to be talking about our project design in designing a robot game board. So, in this presentation, we're going to be talking about our project in detail: globalization, standard consideration, visibility analysis, risk analysis, plan of action, multi-aspects, personal benefits, budget, and finally the project description. So first of all, we're going to be talking about globalization. Globalization, it is a term to make the connection between countries, nations, and people. So the importance of the globalization is to be used in technology, economy, trade, culture, and so on. So we are planning to be globally acceptable. Moving to the next point, standard consideration. So in this term, we're going to be talking about three main points. First of all, we're going to be talking about the transparency. Second, the trade organization. Finally, the minimum limitation. First of all, we're going to be talking about transparency. That's going to help all the members to be treated with the equality and create the arrangement mutually. Second, the trade organization. That's going to set all the policies to enhance the scope of business. Third, the minimum limitation. That's going to help to facilitate the trade between different countries. Moving forward, IEEE standards. It is important to focus on the standards regarding to the telecommunication and information technology. Additionally, we're going to be complying the rule to make the project more efficient and valuable.
Hello everyone, my name is Sultan Harbi. In this part, I'll be talking about standard concentrations. This term about the rules and the standards that making the plan of the project. Moving to the next point, visibility analysis that gonna help to check the implementation of the project. It is used to see that the project is technically, financially, legally, economically, socially, and culturally possible. The importance of the risk analysis is to investigate the threats associated with the project. The effects of the risks are involved in the following ways: brainstorming risks. All the risks brainstormed in the fish diagram. Risks matrix is a tool that describes the level of the risk that involved with the particular risks, like you see. Solution of the risks. For any successful project, the solution of the risks is very important to be discussed. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mubarak Al-Nizi from group number 9, and today I'll start with plan of action. Planning for any project is the crucial and most important part of the development of the project. If one doesn't have a plan to follow, they can't reach and achieve their goals. To track their progress, they have to have a plan so they can compare their progress with it. For the planning of a project, we use these tools. Statement of work. The first step in planning the project is defining its statement of the work. We often use its short form of SOP. This document is important as it's the foundation of the planning. Phase 1. Hardware or the physical structure of the robot game board. This is the hardware part of the project. The theoretical portion is discussed above, and in this phase, we transform it into the real hardware. This portion also deals with the requirements like materials needed for its completion. Phase 2. Software integration with the phone. This is the software part of the project. It deals with the automation, coding, and programming parts of the project. It has coding of how the robot moves on the board and directions. It also explains the size of the step robot needs to take to make it smooth. This part has information about how the hands move, collect pallets, and the angle required to do so. The work breakdown structure is the main outline of the project. It describes all the things one aims to describes all the things one aim to achieve is the project and breaks them down into sections or phases. Phases are further subdivided into tasks as it's easier to keep track of the tasks. We have divided our project into 4 phases. Phase 1, the research phase. The objective of this phase is to decide the feasibility and plausibility of the project, multifaceted nature and answers of the potential confinements. Phase 2, hardware design phase. In this phase, we design and complete the hardware part of the project. Phase 3, software design phase. The team will design the software part of the project game board, which will allow the robot to move in the right direction and at a right angle. Phase 4, end product testing phase. This phase is done to ensure the product is completely practical and search for any conceivable association mistakes in the system. Milestones are commonly set to ensure the project is finished on schedule. Our project will introduce movement over some time. Research phase. During the research period of our project, we will assemble all the foundation data to guarantee we have the most precise data conceivable about what we are building and the segments required to do as such. Designing phase. When the examination stage achievement has been finished, then we may continue to deal with the equipment and programming structure achievement. Last phase. Additionally, the last achievement we will be hoping to finish is the model, which is urgent to the last item introductions, since it was guaranteed that the ultimate result of the item is completely useful and prepared to utilize. Gantt chart. The Gantt chart aids in seeing the phases of the project. We can also manage our time for the tasks with the help of this chart because it shows the time required for the completion of each task. This Gantt chart is made with Workbench. PERT chart. PERT chart program evaluation and review technique is used for the graphic illustration of the project game board, of the project robot game board. It's the great way to present activities, milestones, and stages. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Yahya Mohammed and I'm a team member on Team NAM. So, multidisciplinary aspects. In this section, the plan was to choose a team which is sufficiently diverse for developing a robot game board. Our team will have a diverse team of 5 people. Leadership and planning. Our group chose Abdulaziz Abdallah as its project's head. Also, all members of the team should follow the schedule and complete tasks accordingly to the planned timeline that the group mutually decided during their first Zoom meeting. The leader had to ensure the project success and take the necessary steps forward. This is a little resume about myself. So, a highly motivated individual who wants to work on creating applications and sells them. I have no experience in education. I'm completing my computer engineering degree on FIU. Software skills, I've taken Java and C++ classes, and the interests, music, car, and the car enthusiast, and gym. So these are my friend's resume. So let's get it. The budget. The budget of the project is the details of all the expenses associated with the project. While making a budget plan, one has to keep in mind their resources. So here we have all the stuff that we bought for the robot, So an example, the Arduino, the Bluetooth motor, the Platts, the robot body, and all the things, and the total was approximately $45. This table is created using the Workbench software. So, the product description and other deliverable. This section is concerned description and other deliverable. This section is concerned with the detail-oriented and in-depth technical knowledge of the project robot game board. It explains how the project works, its outlook, and the components used. So, the basic level diagram. The input is taken from the user and the output from the system to the player. A Wi-Fi or Bluetooth module is also used to switch on and off the Roboton, which will control the motion of the robot. The user will also select mood selection, so he will decide if it's easy, hard, or medium. The result of the game will be displayed on the screen. Here we'll talk about the diagram. We'll be using the communication module after the input command. Here, the input command is given on the computer. It will transfer to the robot. The information is then given to the microcontroller, which gives the required instruction to the stepper motor according to the module of the game selected, and it moves the Roboton the required direction at the required speed. The information is also transferred to the mechanical hands which moves all the specific angle to collect pallets. After the game is finished, the results are transferred to the computer by the communication module to be displayed on the results.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdulaziz Abdullah. In this section, I will be talking about using the Wi-Fi module. The type of the motor called a stripper motor. In addition, we're gonna be using a microcontroller for the robot motion. Moving forward, the product specification, this part defining the dimensions and the size of the project. We are keeping dimensions as 36 by 36 inches. Other aspects, things to be provided, final prototype, application, source code, final report and presentation. In conclusion, we have discussed globalization, standard considerations, feasibility analysis, risk analysis, a plan of action, multi-aspects, personnel, budget, and the product direction. So our goals and to make the project safety and easy to use, and hopefully in the future we can see something that we will be proud of. Thank you.